But some 90s babies are listening to this generation. No, I'm still back in the old school ways.
Roger.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You better open my door still. You better pull out my chair. I like flowers. Don't play with me. That's just how I am.
Yo, I don't gotta ask you if you're an alpha female. We already hearing it. God damn, Melissa.
No, because the reason why is because I'm not gonna settle.
I feel that's real.
And I watch too many celebrities. I'm keeping it real. I watch too many celebrities. When I hear their interviews, if you go back, when they first met their woman, they invested in them. Money, whatever it was, like, because they really liked them.
Hey, what it do, man? It be that, man. 3D Dev. How are y'all doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And y'all tuning into another random conversation podcast. So, shout out to my co-host, Jay.
What's going on, people?
Hey, what's up with y'all? So, today's special guest, man. So, this is our second lady on here, but this is a special person. You know, I actually knew this person since middle school, 8th grade. Crazy, but that's not beside the point. This person is an entrepreneur. She has her own podcast. She's a loving, blunt person. If you go on her IG and you listen to her podcast, she's like, wow, she really don't give a fuck. She really just herself, but she does it with love, and she's very uplifting. So, and she stays supporting. You know, she was one of a woman that came in my music video, and then I just asked her, and she didn't even say like, oh, you need to pay me. Oh, what da-da-da. She really came through, kept her word. She's somebody who I told there was a opportunity in San Francisco just to meet somebody. She works and lives in Modesto. She drove from Modesto to San Francisco and had to work the next day and still came. You feel me? She's a go-getter. So hold up. Let's give a round of applause to our special guest, Keyamona. Hey!
Hi, you guys. How are you guys?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome.
It's gonna be good.
So we're gonna start it right away. Random. So if you were any animal, what would you be, and why would you be that animal?
Oh, okay. I never thought about this, but I would say I want to be a butterfly. The reason why I say that is because the growth in me as a woman every day, and like knowing like my past and everything, like I change, and you know how butterflies, they change in the environment. So I just feel like, you know, that's kind of how I feel. That's how I feel.
Okay, random. Do you feel like you're a caterpillar in the cocoon, or do you feel like you're the full-fledged butterfly right now?
Good question.
I feel like I'm still in my little cocoon. I don't feel like I have gotten to where I need to be just yet. Okay. When I do, I'll be the butterfly.
So you passed the caterpillar, but you're in the cocoon right now?
Yeah, because I feel like because like Nipsey said best, you're a student at best. So like, I feel like every day I'm in a cocoon because I'm learning. I feel like every day. You know what I'm saying? So.
Random. Dev, what animal would you be? Because I hear you ask everybody that. I don't know if you ever answered that.
You caught me off guard. I said, damn. No, honestly, I'd be a shit. It always changes too. So.
You weren't ready for that.
No, I wasn't ready. So you know, typical answer because I'm an alpha and you know I'm a leader. Would be like, oh, a lion. It's like that's boring. So I said that before. A lion. You know what? I'll be a motherfucking dolphin. I'll be a dolphin. Dolphin are loving. They're friend. They just be and they're hella smart too. You feel me? I'm an intellectual person, so they up in the water, hella smart, and I'm a loving person, so I'll be up in that water just having fun. Hey.
So you said dolphin. I feel that, right? And here's why I can agree with that for you, because you know how dolphins communicate, right? They use damn, I forgot the term. Do you know the term? You know this one?
No.
Okay, this might be new for both of y'all. Dolphins can communicate with it's like
the telepathic.
Dolphins damn near communicate with telepathy.
There you go.
I'm gonna Google it when we get off so I can give y'all the right word, but they communicate with the mental and I think the sounds through the water. You feel me? With the frequencies, electricity. I'm pretty sure they damn near telecommunicate though. I think dolphins really do that. And I know that you're an intellectual person. I know you communicate off of frequencies. So Fiji, let me ask you, random. Yes. Do you feel like you're a person that can read energy and communicate with your own energy?
Yeah. Okay. One thing about me that I learned is I'm very, very big on energy, connection, and what else is the other one? Vibes. If I feel like the vibe, connection, and all that is not there, I will leave the room. I don't want to surround myself with people that I just feel like are off to me. Because I feel like that matters. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to be around somebody who's negative or their vibe is off? Like, who wants to do business with somebody like that? I don't. So I choose not to.
Yeah, that's dope. And not a lot of people are willing to stand on that. So that's what's up. And you said conduct business that way, right?
Yeah, but also I do that with relationships too. And I mean friendship and like boyfriend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, cause it's like, if I'm not vibing with you, then why am I with you?
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just settle. I don't settle.
Let's go. That's what's up. So we definitely gonna have an interesting show today, ladies and gentlemen. But one thing about me, I continue to work on being a person of my word, and I looked it up real quick. Dolphins communicate through echolocation or echolocation. So what they do is they send out high frequency sounds, and they're able to communicate with each other based on that. So it's kind of like telepathy, you feel me? And just kind of reading that energy, you put that energy out, see what comes back. Sometimes it bounces back, sometimes it doesn't, and it gives you a good read of the person, which is kind of what you were saying, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Random, do you feel like you can read people's minds?
If I did, I wouldn't be in half the shit that I was in. Okay. So you feel me? No, I cannot. Okay. Because a lot of people, I feel like they're great at acting. So even if I can read your mind, you can put on a great freaking act. Because, I've been through a lot of shit in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't think I can. Do you guys feel like you guys can read somebody's mind?
Yep, I do.
For me, I can tell you what people are thinking, and sometimes they think it's I'm reading their mind, but we were just talking about this before the last show. I'll be real with y'all. I don't read minds. I'm just super attention to detail on body language, tone of voice, the words you choose to use, and just what actions you kind of use, right?
Okay, I get what you're saying on that part. Because I'll like have like a little look, and you could look at me like, Melissa's mad. Like, you be like, you know what I'm saying? So you be like, okay. So, yeah.
And for me, when it comes to like reading minds, I'm not reading minds like intentionally, but it's like universe will give me confirmation. Like, let's say I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I have a feeling like this person thinking something. Next, like they'll say, "What the fuck I thought they were thinking," or something, or I get that confirmation, like, damn, that shit is a trip. That shit, yeah, that should be crazy. So, random. So I got some questions to ask you. So, Keyamona. So, how'd you start with, like, what inspired the Keyamona room, and what is that about? Like, for the people that don't know about your podcast.
So, my Keyamona, the Kia's room started with my ex-fuck buddy hit me up. And he was like, hey, you talk a lot of shit. This is, like, I used to be on Instagram talking a lot of shit, but it used to be real shit, though. And I used to just be like, y'all need to stop doing this, do that, whatever. And he's like, you should do a podcast. And I was like, what the F is a podcast? You know what I'm saying? And he put me on game. And that's how my Kia's room started. But I did ask my followers, what should I name it? I kind of got them involved. They're the ones who's kind of picked out my name. But, like, my thing for my podcast is when you enter my room, I want you to be, like, free, non-judgmental. Because when you're in your house, you're free. You're not stressed. You're, for most, hopefully for everybody, most homes. Not all homes are like that. But I just give you an opportunity. If you enter my room, it gives you, like, I'm not judging you. Say what you need to. Be how you are. I love you the way you are. This is just being yourself. That's just kind of what it's about. Well, actually, I lied too. One thing I want to add. My podcast also is, if I could change one person's, like, day, then I know I did God's work. Amen. That's how I work also. So, like, having, like, random people hit me, I'll be like, and they be like, oh, you made my day because you be on some real shit. And I'm like, okay, God, I did your work. Like, all right. So that's really what my podcast is about.
That's dope. Okay. And so you've been doing, so you're in a year in it, huh? Your podcast been going for a whole year,
Yes, it's been 1 year. Yo! And I'm like, honestly, though, I don't give myself enough credit for my podcast.
Oh, let's get it.
Let's get it. Hey, yo, wait, hold on. Before round of applause for Keyamona for her year anniversary. Hey! Because no, real shit, though, because somebody told me that, but most podcasts don't, most podcasts, if they're not successful, you feel me? So they end like within like 5 to 7 episodes. You can't be going. You feel me? And the fact that somebody just put that out there and you took them steps, you took that leap of faith. Like, you didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And you took that leap of faith. Like, look at you go. Okay, I see you. Thanks. That's beautiful. That's called taking that leap of faith. Ladies and gentlemen. So there's sometimes when people are talking to you, And when they're talking to you, I feel like sometimes the Most High is talking to that person, the universe is talking to that person. So sometimes when somebody's giving you advice, take your ego out of it, and just listen, because you never know, that can really change your life. You feel me? Because look at her, she didn't have to listen to that advice. She could be like, man, fuck what you talking about. I don't want to do no podcast. Who the fuck is you trying to tell me what to do? Woo woo woo. Nah, she was actually listening. So sometimes take some time to shut the hell up and just listen, because you never know, you might need to hear that message.
Okay, I got a random for you guys. What made you guys start random? What inspired that?
All right, so what inspired random? So first of all, random came from my random interview strangers on IG, and I wanted to do random because so when I talk to my cousin Eric, shout out to my cousin Eric, we always be having a conversation. When we want to switch it up, we like random. We just switch up the conversation. And then I watch battle rap, and then on battle rap, they might be they switch it up, and they be like random, and then they start talking about like facts about a person. So that's really where I got the concept from, battle rap and my cousin. And then I wanted to because I wanted a platform where I can interview you, but it still be a conversation. And I'm really somebody that's spontaneous, and I go everywhere, So I like to, let's say if I want to switch it up, and I can just switch it up. I don't got to follow a script. It can be organic and all that. So that random keeps it, I can just do whatever I want. It's like, hey, it's random. So if I want to talk about aliens, I can talk about aliens.
Yes.
If I want to talk about relationships, I can talk about relationships because it's random, That's the reason why I did it.
I love that. I really, really love that.
Yeah, you random. So we're going to go back to what you were saying. You say you don't give yourself enough credit. Can you finish that?
Okay. One thing about me is I don't see what people see in me. I know a lot of people see like greatness in me, and a lot of people tell me that. Okay. But I'm so humble. I'm like legit humble. I might not seem like it because people go on my Instagram, they think something about me, they get this little portrait for me. But I'm really, really like humble because I had nothing. I don't want to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much money I have, no matter who I know, whatever the case is, like I am so humble that sometimes I don't give myself enough credit. And I'm never going to, because it's still, I'm not where I need to be, if that makes sense.
Are you open to, I don't even know if I need to reference this with random, but are you open to some feedback?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of people know this, but I do business and life coaching, you feel me? Not to promote that, but I'm big on balance, right? So let me ask you this before I continue. Do you feel like it's okay for a person to beat themselves up?
I beat myself up every day.
Do you think that's okay, or is that good? Is that bad? Go ahead.
I don't know, because it's me. Like, I feel like you need to get to where you need to be. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I've been broke, so like I'm broke. Like, I need to be where I need to be. Like, I don't know how to explain it, if that makes sense.
If I may ask, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29. Okay. So Dev, let me ask, because I got my opinion. I'm gonna get your opinion first, though. Dev, you think it's good to beat up on yourself?
No, I don't.
Why?
The reason why I feel like, because it's all about energy. So when you're putting that negative energy out to yourself, you're slowing yourself down. You gotta have that love with yourself. You feel me? You're not like, let's say you have a kid and your kid keeps falling. You're like, what the hell you keep falling for? Come on, now, you're supposed to be walking by now. Come on now, that's what you're doing to yourself.
I know.
You're already making them steps, so why are you beating yourself up? Because I do it too, you feel me? And he's somebody that helps me with that. I ain't gonna lie, and my bro John, because I'm not perfect, so I still beat myself up sometimes. But it's like there's no reason for you ever to beat yourself up. But that's what I personally feel. Because it's like, bro, especially if you're making the steps and everything, you're making them steps. So why, even if you go make a step backwards, guess what? It's okay, because you're still making them steps forwards. So it's okay.
I know, but I still do it.
No, I feel it.
So yeah, I'm big on everybody having their own choice. Everybody got their own path. Whatever is right for you is right for you. But one thing I'm big on is, like he said, the way that you talk to yourself is going to affect your actions, because it's going to program the way you think about yourself subconsciously. So right now, if you feel, and please feel free to jump in and correct me anywhere I'm mistaken, but if you say, I'm not where I need to be, I'm not this, I'm not that, basically what that sounds like is that you're telling yourself what you're doing isn't good enough.
Well, that's kind of like a motivation for me.
Okay.
Because I feel like sometimes some people get comfortable. And I see a lot of people around me, like a lot of my friends, people just on social media, they're comfortable.
Okay.
I see it. And I don't ever want to be that person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like you have to beat yourself up for you to not get comfortable?
Yes. Because I listened to, I was never a big Nipsey Hussle fan. I'm going to just keep it blunt until he died. Just being honest.
You kept it a buck?
And then When I
respect.
listened, my homie was like, you need to listen to him because you remind me a lot about him and his brother. I started listening to a lot of his interviews and just like listening to him and how his brother actually got locked up a lot of times and then coming back and then going straight back into what he was doing.
Yeah.
And he never gave up. It's kind of what I'm doing now because I had a lot of trials and tribulations within my podcast.
Okay.
A lot. And losing people, being alone in this journey, I'm alone. Ain't nobody helped me get where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I am here by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I beat myself up because I just feel like you need to get to where you need to be because there's people out there working harder than you.
Okay. Now, if you're using that as a way to motivate yourself, I can't do nothing but salute that. But what Dev said with the child example, I think is huge. So this perspective might not resonate with you as much, but it sounds like you know what you're doing and you got yourself. But I will say this, or for anybody listening, I will say this. The way you treat yourself, I think, is the absolute most important thing. Because the results that you have in life are based on your actions. Your actions are based on the way that you think. And the way that you think is how you really feel on a subconscious level, right? Or what you choose to believe on a subconscious level. So I just always encourage people to have a balance and to treat themselves how they would treat other people. Like, do you have kids?
No,
Okay.
I don't want kids until I'm married.
Okay, cool. I feel like if you had a kid and they was working really hard, you would clap for their baby steps. Like let's say they're trying to get a 4.0 and they got a C right now, but they get an A on their next test. I think you would clap for that. But maybe with yourself, if you got an A, but you don't got an A in the class, but you got an A on this test, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
And to me, that's not cool.
I get it.
Because you're in the process of getting those A's. You got a C right now. Okay, cool. You start off with an F. We got to a C. To me, that's dope. You already in the path to getting an A because obviously you done turned it up. Right? Now you come home with this A on your paper. God damn, Fiji, let's go. Like, you on the way.
Yeah.
You feel me? But see, to me, as an entrepreneur, you might resonate with this one if you're an entrepreneur. It's always process over results.
Yeah.
And which, if you're unhappy with your life, this for my viewers or our viewers too. If you're unhappy with your life, you focus on the results. Focusing on the process is what's going to change those results.
Wait, hold on. You said process. Wait, say it again. That process?
It's process over results.
Process over results. Hold on. If you didn't write that down, go ahead, pause it, write that shit down. Process over results. Oh my God. Keep it going, my brother.
Yeah, process over results. And shout out Thomas Lee, John Lee, Graham, G Money. My people on my team taught me this. This wasn't my game. I got this game given to me. But process over results. You remember guys in school, the alligator eat the bigger number?
Yes.
So process, you feel me? That's the big one. Results is the little one, right? And like I said, if you're unhappy with anything right now, you focus on a result. Paycheck, your bank account, that's a result of the actions you got. So if you're if you're in the process of doing better, like you got to be based on the way you're speaking. It sounds like the person that created the brokenness or those things, or maybe it was the cards you were dealt. That's not on you either. But all of that sounds like Fiji before today. And the Fiji right now is in the process of creating that multi-million, that generational wealth, those beautiful relationships.
Yes.
So I would suggest to try clapping for yourself.
I know.
And to not be, because accountability is my favorite thing.
Yes.
I got other notes. We talk about that.
Okay,
Don't dive into it.
So we gonna
I actually did an episode on accountability.
That's why I wrote that down.
Hey, that's what's up. So we're going to come back to that. So we might just come back to this whole conversation.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, like, you your star player like that. Kevin Hart, you ever seen that?
Yeah.
You your star player. You feel me? And let me ask you this. Are you doing everything for yourself right now that you can think of?
Yeah. Yes, I'm trying to put myself in a better position to get to where I
So
need
you're
to
doing
be.
everything you can right now to the best of your knowledge.
Yes.
Goddamn, clap for yourself then. Because all we can do is all we can do.
You know what? I just get shy. Like, I don't like, people might think like I like the attention or like that. I really don't. It's like, okay,
That's cool.
I did it. Like, okay.
You don't have to put it on TV. I'm telling you to clap for you.
Like I said,
because if we clap, it don't matter.
Until I get to where I need to be, I will clap for myself.
Okay.
Slowly, I'm getting there. That's just how I am, though.
Yeah.
And I pray that nobody else is like me.
Okay. We're going to come back to this on accountability.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brother Dad. Because I got some more heat for you.
Yeah, I feel it.
They
Man,
just like, whew, okay.
I definitely.
I'm gonna leave here with some more like, I guess I'm gonna leave here with just like, okay, you're doing a great job, Kia.
Exactly, cause I know the conversation we have like on the phone, like you be like hard on yourself. I'm like, yo, you be doing like a lot of shit. One thing I will say, let me keep it 100. Let me give you your flowers while you're here. She is someone who I talked to on the phone, and my music and shit. I didn't have no project out. I didn't have this podcast shout out or nothing. I talked to her. She was really just giving me that confidence and keeping it real with me. You feel me? So she really inspired me to really get them steps out. And then when I seen her doing her podcast and shit, that shit inspired me. Seeing you making moves. I remember it was a long ass time ago, back on years ago. It was on Facebook, and I seen like you was in LA doing modeling. You feel me? That inspired me. I can remember multiple times you inspired me. You feel me? So you're on the right path. You're doing great things.
And to see when I hear stuff like that, the crazy part is I don't see that within myself, and that's what I feel like. It just shocks me. Like, oh my God, like you know, like oh me.
I feel like once you do realize that, life is gonna be even way more smoother though. You feel me? Life's gonna be so much smoother though. Once you really, it's gonna get so much better.
You know what I think the problem is as a woman, and I don't say mean this in a cocky stuff, but me being pretty, I try to humble it to a point where I don't make it sound like thanks. Like, you know, I'd be like, oh, thank you. Like, do you see how I am? Because I'm like, I don't want people being like, she thinks she pretty and she could get away with it. And that's another thing that I just don't want to give people that idea of.
Random. Why you care what people think?
I don't. Because if I did, I want to be where I am now.
You just said you do.
But the thing is, it's like, I don't want people to think over like, oh, she's pretty. Because a lot of people, they get scared of me already on social media.
They're intimidated.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like.
And you don't want to be intimidated.
And I don't want to be. It's like, come talk to me. Like, right. I swear. Like, it's like people come up to you in person. They're like, I'm really scared to come up to you, but I watch your podcast and I love you. And I'm like, I love you. But it's like, but in reality, I'll be like this face, but I'm loving though.
Okay. So I can get what you're saying about, you know, being pretty and, you know, people just going crazy with that. So you're doing the opposite, right? Trying to humble it. That's dope. I also do that. You feel me? But I don't know. Like, I'll go with my intuition a lot. And my gut's telling, like what Dev said, you feel me? Once you start practicing that, life does get better. It happened for me. I think it's happened for him also. That's why he's saying that. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not comfortable with telling somebody to improve something they don't feel like is a problem. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
You feel me? So it's like, if it's not a problem, then it's like.
We all move different. I agree exactly what you're saying. Because we all move different. You know, when I'm just saying, it's just me saying personally for myself, but I'm not ever pushing nothing on somebody because that might not work for you. You got to work whatever works best for you works best for you.
I mean, if I want to brag about myself, I can. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I can brag about myself, but I'm choosing not to.
I'm going to hit you one more thing before, you know, we continue. But you said the point of your podcast was if you're able to touch one person and they're like, oh, I needed that, right?
Yeah.
You're saying that you're doing God's work.
Yes.
And if you're a fan of Nipsey Hussle, then you know that he said the highest human act is to inspire.
Yes.
You know that, right?
But I feel like I am inspiring by what I'm doing little by little.
Okay, I didn't say you weren't inspiring.
But
where's the defense coming from?
You know what it
Look,
is?
Did you peep that? Did you see that? Look, she instantly got defensive, right? So it's okay. That's a learning opportunity if you're open to it.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yep. Okay, cool. I'm around with it. So people watching, go back and replay that. So I don't know if you noticed it, but you got defensive when I said that, right?
I'm just like.
Because I'm assuming, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
I think you were assuming that I was getting ready to like set you up to say like, okay, you fucking up right here. So automatically you got defensive, right? Because it's called a trapping question. When you ask somebody questions like that, basically you're leading up to something or you're getting ready to make a point. Mm-hmm. And the way that most people use that is to like put you down or to emphasize something negative.
Which is true.
Or to try to manipulate the situation or whatever you're saying, right? Sometimes they're trying to twist your words around and manipulate it, right? So the term I use for myself, I'm a positivator. So what I mean by that is I'm going to manipulate the way you think in a positive fashion. Mm-hmm. So like I said, Nipsey Hussle said the highest human act is to inspire. And you said, but wait, I am inspiring. Hold up. My brother Dev just complimented you for inspiring him multiple times. Now, did you notice that after would you say that's a high compliment or like a whatever compliment? Not for you specifically, life in general.
That's a high compliment.
I agree. I think he also agrees it's a high compliment. Now, did you notice that after he gave you the high compliment, you didn't say thank you?
I said thank you, but I was like, thank you. Like, but I'm.
So hold
like
on.
I said,
I'm not attacking you.
No, but go ahead.
It's a learning opportunity.
I think what it is like, honestly, like I said, I want to be cocky. Like I could be, Like I could talk about my greatness and talk about me, but like there's something in me that I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
That,
So you don't
to
feel
me, I feel
comfortable
like
about boasting.
I'm not there yet. Until I'm there, that's when I could talk about I used to do this, this, and this. Why? I feel
Gotcha.
like I don't want to brag about something. Like to
Okay.
me, I don't feel like me inspiring him. I shouldn't be like telling the next person like, you know what I did? So guess what? My homie hit me and I inspired him. Like that. A lot of people do that.
They do, and this is all I'm gonna say. Bragging is over here. Deflecting is over here. Those are both ends of the spectrum. I'm not saying to brag and boast. I'm saying just have a balance. That means accept the good work that you're doing and receive those compliments, because you're absolutely right. If you inspire somebody, that's God's work.
Yeah.
If you change somebody's day, to me, that's God's work. You know, you inspire my brother right here. That's God's work. You feel me? So one thing I've been doing, because I feel like I've done a lot of great things, but I don't talk about myself either. It's something I've been working on. You feel me? That's why I try to encourage other people to do it. But it's something I've been working on. One thing I've been trying to do with that is just when someone gives me a compliment, just saying thank you. Not deflecting it, not running up like, bro, you should have been thanked me, bro. What you mean? Nah, it's not on that side. It's not on the other side. It's like, damn, bro, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so which I feel like I know what you're saying now. It's like when you're giving me a compliment, instead of me being like, well, why are you complimenting me? I'm a nobody, just being like, thank you. Because
Just
that's how I
receive it.
do act. I'd be like, I'm a nobody. I say that to everybody. I'm a nobody. I'm just a Modesto,
See.
California
Somebody.
female.
Right. The
You
reason,
know,
and the-
29, just doing my own thing. I'm a nobody. I always tell people that,
Yeah.
but I get what you're saying. So I want to say thank you to both of you.
That's what's
because
up.
that's honestly like I'm learning as I'm going. Like I said, I'm still in a Cancun.
That's what's up.
Little
And I
whatever.
see the student. I'm a student too.
Yeah, so it's just like when I get there, I will get there. But hopefully by next episode, I'm up in here and I'm
Okay.
just like, okay, you
Yeah.
guys, like, you know.
Yeah. So for my people out there, I highly encourage you to just receive compliments, especially when they're coming from a genuine place, like my brother did, or someone who like there's no gain in them complimenting you. That's when, you know, it's probably more likely on the genuine side, like maybe the old lady at the grocery store, or, you know, the little kid, you feel me, who just compliments your Jordans. Like, what's he trying to do? Line you up? Like, for people where you know it's coming from a genuine place, I always encourage people just to receive it because it feeds your spirit.
Yes.
And the way that whatever you tell yourself is how you're going to perform. And if you tell yourself you're not good enough, guess what? You're not going to perform good enough.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you lie to yourself and tell you what you're doing is good enough and it's not, guess what? You're going to tell yourself it is, but you're going to crash anyways. So the balance is receiving the good work that you do, but also continue to motivate yourself.
Yes.
You feel me? Because
Yes.
based on the conversation we're having, I mean, quite frankly, I'm impressed. Because if you've met a lot of people and you got a social status which matters to society, I'm going to be real, it matters to society.
Yes, it does.
It makes people closed-minded. You feel me? And the fact that we just met, I don't even know if Dev gave you anything about me for you to be more open-minded, but I really don't think so. Not to say you should or shouldn't have, but the fact that you're open-minded to somebody you just met, to me, is dope, because I'm like that, and I don't meet a lot of people like that. Dev is like that, and we don't see it.
Yeah.
And for me, and you guys can speak on this if you want to, but for me, that's where hell of my game comes from.
Bro, while you talking, bro, that's the reason why you're my motherfucking co-host, dog. Cause yo, we be talking in the mind, bro. It happens all the time. Look, this is something I got that I had to talk about her, was listening to advice. Cause when I talked to her, she listened to advice. You feel me? And the fact that you caught that right, bro. We be yo, that's my nigga.
You guys are really in tune.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yo.
Because you don't find a lot of co-hosts that could be in tune with each other. I mean, y'all could still have differences, but still.
And we've had a couple, I think at least one so far.
Yeah, and it's just nothing. It's just hella smooth. Cause we know how to communicate.
You said it's whatever, you know?
It's smooth. Cause we both know how to communicate.
Yes.
We both know how to talk to each other. You feel me? So it's like that's big in anything, communication.
That's the beauty of, honestly, I feel like that's the beauty of friendship.
That's real.
I don't know if anybody here is religious. I'm not huge on religion, but the Bible says that sometimes friends are closer than kin. I think that's Proverbs 18. And what's crazy to me, because some of my friends, like, I treat them better than their family treats them sometimes. And it's like, I'm not doing that to say that, you feel me? It's just, I just be me. You feel me? All I could do is live my truth. I think did you say that? Was that you today? Maybe not. My bad. Anyways, right?
I was like, no.
But what you said, that friendship, man, that's real. Like, some of the realest people I met, I'm not related to. Like, if y'all watch this show, you probably think me and Deb been rocking for years. Like, we really haven't been rocking that long, bro. But you feel me? At least with us, the pride and the ego is something we put aside.
Yeah.
And I think that you got to be a person that way. So let me ask you this: is pride and ego? Can you touch on that a little bit? What's your thoughts about people having pride and ego?
I hate it.
You hate it?
The reason why I say that is because there's a lot of celebrities that I've met or I DM'd to be like, hey, can we do a podcast session? They're not even that big yet. Or like they're not like on Drake level. Let me just say it like that or something. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they act like they're too good. And it's just like, boy, you are down the street around the corner. I know where the F you live. Stop playing with me. Like, and they got this big old ego. And sometimes, like, being a woman in the industry is hard because sometimes they try to sit up there and play me. Like, oh, well, you're a female, let's F or whatever the case is. And it's like, you're trying me. Like, I don't want to F you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't like their ego. And that's how they act. And since they get a lot of bitches, females, whatever, that's how they come about. That's and it's like, and they think that just because I hit them, oh, it's something. No, it's nothing. No, it's just, hey, I want to do an interview with you, and that's it.
So it sounds like professionalism is something high on your list.
Yeah. I'm a female. Do not play me.
Okay.
I'm not the one to be played with.
So I also get a vibe from you that, I don't want to say you're from the streets, but I feel like you can, what's the word I'm looking for? Like relate to people who do or have been through some things.
I've been through a lot in my life in general.
Okay.
To know like what happens behind closed doors.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I slept with celebrities and it did all that. Been at their houses. I know, been backstage. I know the game.
Okay.
So me observing that when I was doing that in that time period, you know what I'm saying? And now that I have a podcast, you cannot tell me anything because I know how you guys are. Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Random. Can you say any celebrity names?
No.
I had to try, y'all. I know y'all thinking it.
She just got done saying people trying her, bro.
No.
Hey, that's what's up, though.
I mean, but if a sex tape leaps, then y'all will know.
Okay, stay tuned. No, playing.
Random.
But question though, so come
Okay, wait, I got a random.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever messed with a celebrity?
No, not
okay.
yet.
I like that not yet part.
Not yet. Dev, what's up? Not
Who
yet.
would you guys like to mess with? You already know who's on my list.
The one and don't talk about that though. I want to talk about that. Yeah, hold up.
Okay.
So mine is I can't because that's Big Sean's woman, but Gene Aiko. You know, I wanted Gene Aiko before Big Sean, but it's all good. You feel me? So besides that, I ain't tripping. Cause be honest with you, I'm not tripping on celebrity. Celebrity just a regular person
with just money.
I'm not tripping. So it's like I'm gonna be up there too. So I'm a motherfucking celebrity my damn self. You got me fucked up.
That part.
And I don't want to call myself celebrity. I'm just somebody who's turned his dream to reality. You feel me? But yeah. But who would you? Who would you pick, bro?
Bro, I don't even know. I ain't been keeping up with celebrities. You feel me? I had to bust out Instagram. I could probably scroll through and tell you some IG models.
Okay, go ahead. IG model.
All right, let me see. But the thing is, so on my current Instagram that I'm using, I unfollowed all the naked bitches on there.
I'm good.
Because for me, it's like what I realize is like, let's say I'm doing something, I don't know, whatever it is. Let's say I'm just waiting on a phone call. I'm about to call somebody and say, oh, I'll call you right back, right? And I pull up Instagram and I'm scrolling and there's hella bitches in there. It's like, damn, then I go to her page, and now I'm hella off track about the productive things I was getting ready to do, and I'm over here on my lower self. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So for me personally, if you showing ass or too much ass, I'll take you off my feed.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to do that.
It's all good.
I used to, not no more though.
I for sure appreciate a nice set of cheeks. You know what I mean? I'm a man at the end of the day, but it's like I was a little bit more intentional on what I use Instagram for.
Yeah.
So for me, I couldn't even scroll through, but I could go to my old page and maybe find something. You know, if you want to change the topic, I'll come back with an answer for you.
Okay. If you want to look,
okay,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's on you. All right, so what I want to talk about. Oh wait, before I talk about, we're gonna have a commercial break. So every morning, you know what I do? I wake up, I open up my refrigerator, and I grab a Suja. Why do I grab a Suja? Because it rejuvenates my body. This right here is celery juice, but they have multiple other juices that just rejuvenate you, cleanse out your system, and you know health is wealth. And what do I be saying, bro? How you gonna get this money if you're not alive for it? You feel me? Talk to me nice. But yo, so get your Suja. You can go to sujajuice.com and put in Darnell 10 and you get what? A 10% discount. Quit playing with me. But anyways, let's go. So I have a question for you, Kia.
Yes, sir.
There's somebody I see you be. If I'm somebody I'd be like, yo, she be on this dude. Like, if I'm somebody I didn't know you, I'd be like, she be antagonizing. Like, if I was him, I would block her. Oh my God. So, what's up with you and Marshawn Lynch?
Okay,
You be on his helmet.
Okay. The reason why I love that man so much is, number one, is just the fact that he's blunt. So I am too. Watching his little interviews, he's very blunt. Yes, he's real. So I'm like, okay, I am too. Plus, our horoscopes match. He's a Taurus. I'm a Cancer, so we're compatible. Number 3 is just the fact that his money moves are smart moves. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if he has yet, but what I did hear was the fact that he didn't touch his money, like his millions or something like that. And he was like making some other revenue, and he was getting
touch his football money.
There you go. Yeah. Yes. And then like I was just like, well, that's smart. Like, you know, why would I not want to be with some man? You know what I'm saying? And he's just like there's just so much things about that man that I just love. And if you're listening, I would love to take you out on a date, and I would pay for it. So let me know. I'm here.
You heard her, Marshawn. she wanted to slide them digits, man.
Man, there's so much. Oh, his little fine ass.
So I want to talk about, since we're on that subject, let's talk about two things. I want to talk about because I know you want Marshawn Lynch, but he might be taken. So this you never know. Your future husband can be looking at this, you know. So what do you see like? Hey, so like, what do you want? Like, what do you see in a man? Like what do you see? What's your idea of future husband? You know?
Okay, so I used to have like this whole list of what I want in a man, but honestly, I just want God to send me that person, or the universe to send me that person, because I just feel like when that happens, that's the man for me. Because I always have these expectations of a man, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll find you and you're perfect, but then you really turn out to be a dog ass person, but you still got all these traits. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want the person that's going to be in my life. Like, I just want the universe to align me with that person. That's kind of how I want it now.
That's dope.
How you going to know when that person is the person?
Okay, I'm just going to be blunt. When I know that person is the one for me is when that person invests in me. And what I mean by that, I mean like money. And when people be like money, but see, that's what I'm saying. Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yes, because I'm gonna get in this subject, and it really bothers me. Why is it when a man starts something, a woman will sit up there and invest everything into that man? But when a woman starts something, the man is so hesitant. And one thing that I learned in my life, I'm going to keep it real, and I got a lot of guy friends. One thing I learned is a man is going to do something for you if he really wants to. If a man's not going to do nothing for you, he really don't F with you like that. So any man that I have met in my life, they're not for me. Justice, period. If you don't want to cut a check for me, even if it's $5 to start a business, why am I with you?
Okay, so you're speaking on the intentions behind where they put their money.
It's not even about the money in general, but it's just a concept.
The person.
It's just a concept.
So like let's say he not balling, right, and he working at the grocery store.
But if he wants to sit up there and help me mail out these whatever, you get what I'm saying?
And he said, hey, I'm off at 5, but I know you got packages. I got some from the grocery store. They gave me some extra boxes. We can ship them up. I got the tape from the job.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. It doesn't even have to be about money, but no man has shown me that yet.
So it sounds like you more speaking on effort.
Yep. Nobody puts an effort
and time.
It's just generation.
What you mean? Run that back.
This generation
is this generation.
It's this generation. And then, but the thing is, I'm a 90s baby. But some 90s babies are listening to this generation. No, I'm still back in the old school ways. Rising. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You better open my door still. You better pull out my chair. I like flowers. Don't play with me. That's just how I am.
Yo, I never gotta ask you if you're an alpha female. We already hearing it. God damn, Melissa. I respect
the reason why is because I'm not gonna settle.
I feel that. That's real.
And I watch too many celebrities. I'm keeping it real. I watch too many celebrities. When I hear their interviews, if you go back, when they first met their woman, they invested in them. Money, whatever it was, like, because they really liked them. You know what I'm saying? So when I meet a regular guy and I'm talking to him and I'm like, well, if you like me, you know, this is what I expect from you, blah, blah. They be like, money? Hold on. It's like, okay, broke motherfucker, out my way. Because if if I wanted to support you, I would.
But you feel like, okay, my question to you, you feel like that's something that, because I honestly, okay, just from the other side, when you hear that, you talking just like, I'm vibing with you, right? And
Yes.
I might have that plans that I want to like invest in you, but all of a sudden you be like, yeah, I need a man who's going to like invest and put money. You're like, well, hold up, that was a turn off. I was already going to do that on my own, so why'd you have to tell me that?
Which is fine. It could be a turn off, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, that's what I expect. I'm not saying I want your money.
No, I mean, you say no. I get what you're saying. I agreeing with you, but I'm saying, I was just saying, no, cause I'm not saying, I'm wondering, like, do you tell that man, like, oh, I need you to invest in me? Do you, or
no, like, the way I say it is like, no, but look, the way I say it is like,
no.
the way I say it, honestly, is like, listen, like, I want a man that's going to invest in me. And I don't mean, and I tell them, I don't mean money, so don't get scared. But they're like, well, what if it was money? How much money would you need? And it's like, automatically, it's like, okay, like, there. And I'm like, okay, that's your thinking. Let me just tell a story real quick. So Tyga's best friend, Terrell, he had a girlfriend. His girlfriend didn't know what to do with her life, okay? He's like, you need to figure out what the F you need to do with your life. Get your life together, because she moved away from Dallas, went to LA, didn't have no goal plans, nothing. But he liked her enough. Okay. He's like, figure out what you want to do. She's like, okay, I want to do a boutique. He gave her money to open up the boutique. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Why is it that fact that if I'm telling you, why do I have to tell you to invest in me? If a man really likes me the way he likes me, he's going to invest in me.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I 100% agree with that. And like you said, Dev, or you pointed out the messaging for sure was I think striking both of us off a little bit.
But it's vice versa, though. I would invest in you, too, if you're my man, though.
Yeah.
So don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think what you spoke on is right now in society or the cultures, everybody's like, if your women invest in you, that's what they're supposed to do. But then it's not always seen. It's supposed to be vice versa.
Yeah.
So I can speak for myself, and Dev, you might feel this way too. Yeah. So for me, if I'm with a young lady, it's like, if I'm sharper than you, you got to come up and get sharper, so that way we can sharpen each other. Mm-hmm. Or if I'm working and I got a side business, like, all right, you got to get, or you don't got to get something on the side, but whatever your passion is, like, let's emphasize that. Like, let's say it's like you love working with kids and you're a teacher. It's like, okay, well, you just teach. That's what's up. Glad you got that. But after school, are you doing like a YouTube video for kids, or like, you feel me? Or are you working on your craft, or like, is there some more books you could be doing? Like, what else can I help you, inspire you to get to? So that's the kind of energy you're referring to?
Yeah, because a lot of people, like I said, this generation, they're comfortable. You know how many people are comfortable in relationships, comfortable within their lives? I would talk to a person, I'm like, okay, well, you know, so what do you want to do in life? And they're like, you know, I like my job.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, bye.
Okay.
Like, why am I going to be with you if you
Gotcha.
just got a 9 to 5?
That's
What are you going to
big.
do for me?
Right.
Because you're not going to do nothing for me but for you just to be simple-minded, to go to work and come home. But if that's the life you want, there's
That's
nothing
cool.
against that.
Right.
That's the life you love.
Different
but that's
strokes
not
for
the
different
life
folks.
for me, though.
Yeah. So that's interesting, because I met a young lady out. I went to Atlanta not too long ago. I met a young lady out there, and she's a flight attendant, right? Mm-hmm. So in between her flights, they get to hotels, right? And it's like, I was talking to her. She's like, at the hotel, basically just doing our shit. So I'm like, to me, like, I'm a person who, where if I got downtime.
What kind of doing your shit were you doing, though?
What do you mean?
You said doing our shit. What kind
Oh,
of
I said doing not shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, you just at the hotel doing not shit. Like, you just there. Like, I ain't been to work at the hotel. You feel me? Ain't something that's manifested. But for me, I'm a person who I try to capitalize on my downtime. Like, if I got downtime, I'm not doing nothing. Like, let me put on a podcast, let me play an audiobook, or like, let me just be intentional with my relaxation. Let me be away from my phone. Let me actually chill. Like, I try to make sure that my time is going to good use. I try not to just bullshit it away. So the young lady, she go to hotels afterwards, and I'm like, I talked to her. Like, when she got there, I talked to her later. I'm like, damn, you basically ain't do shit like the whole time. And I'm not looking at it like from a condemning point of view. I'm like, okay, that's time to where you could be like learning a skill set, learning a craft, or learning something, right? And I'm gonna touch on with the society. So I text her, right? I said, hey, you open to like an idea or something, right? She's like, yeah, what's up? I said, because I noticed, you got hella downtime. Like, are you open to learning like a new skill set, a new craft or something, right? And the way she hit me back was like I was trying to like be on some pee shit or something, like trying to get her to like do something, you feel me? And it was so interesting to me that her mind immediately went there. And it's like, I get it. Like, I'm sure a lot of dudes probably do come at you like that. But it's weird that like you're not even thinking about being productive in your downtime.
Yeah.
You feel me?
See, but you know what's crazy, and not to interrupt you?
No, go ahead.
Why is it that if you said something like that to a female, it's okay? But if female said something like that to a dude, it's a different ballgame.
I got to disagree with you for me personally. Now, a lot of dudes probably do act like that
Okay.
because a lot of dudes got ego and pride issues.
That's what we were just talking about earlier.
But it's so crazy because for me, it's like I wish that somebody was pouring into me the way I pour into other people. You feel me?
If I had that,
Bruh, because it's like every girl I've dated so far, there might have been like one who put me on game, but it wasn't as much as game I put on her. And not no shooting at y'all if y'all ever watch this. You feel me? Big love. Thank you for being there for me the times you were, and I hope you feel me. I hope it's a mutual feeling. But it's like if I had somebody that was sharp, like I would rather have somebody sharper than me, more connections than me, more everything than me, so that way I could learn from them and hopefully be of equal value. You feel me? I don't want anybody to just give something. I love to earn. You feel me? But it's like me personally, I for sure will take the woman that's further than me and that will sharpen me up or pour into me. So I don't know about these other brothers out here. Maybe y'all could DM or hop on her podcast and maybe open up her mind frame. But a lot of us got pride and ego issues. We need to put that shit to the side. You feel me? Like me and Dev, we ain't got pride and ego issues, but we both alpha males. So it's like,
Can I backtrack on what you said?
Please do.
You said that you want a female that's kind of like sharper than you already on. Why not build with that person even though if they're on the same level as you?
I want that too.
Okay, I was just making sure because I was like, don't just sit up there because you putting it out
so
in the
you
universe.
might have missed what I said originally. You feel me? Because like I said with the young lady, I'm trying to kick her some game. She's not my female. Honestly, I don't even think I got the time to make her my female, to be real. So it's like, but I still always want to be of value to people. And it's like, I know that, like, for me, before I was capitalizing my downtime, like, it would be dope if somebody dropped some game on me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe you're not thinking like this. Like, let me at least, you feel me? Like I try walking my truth. You feel me? Like, that's why I hit you. Hey, you open to an idea, not coming off like, hey, girl, you need to do something in your downtime. Like, I ain't gonna get at you like that. I'm gonna just pop it off. Boom. Like, hey, open to that. If they catch it, boom, we gonna run with it. Same thing with men too. Same thing with men too. It's the same way. Just brothers is a lot more ego and pride sometimes. And it's just harder to get through because it's like a lot of my clients, like from my coaching, like most of them are females, and to me it's annoying because it's like, damn, I don't want only females testimonials because it's like it look like I'm targeting women. It's like I don't even get down like that, but it's like the dudes I talk to, it's like just hard headed. So it's like for me, the way I look at it is like my boat is sailing to the land of milk and honey. The door is open for whoever getting on it. You feel me? Period. And if you hop on, we out of here. If not, then I'll come back around. You feel me? A couple years, we'll make a loop. Hopefully, you're ready by then.
This is a hot topic.
This is.
I still want to talk about it, so we're gonna keep it going. And so one thing I got to talk about is this is. Let me talk to the man. You feel me? Let me talk to the man. So one thing. So what we always do. We do appreciation. We appreciate the women so much. We appreciate you, Queens. Thank you, Kia, for coming on here. We appreciate you for real. And one thing, when I'm hearing y'all talk about, the problem is men don't be shining that light on the woman. You feel me? Like, example, that woman wasn't even he wasn't even trying to get at her, but he still shed some light. You feel me? We need more men like that who want to feed into these women. Not trying to always get at them, just get them some seeds so they can start getting used to that shit. Because they're not even used to it. When somebody like me come and try to get them some game, they think I'm trying to get at them. And like with me, like if I'm really into you and all that shit, and I'm really seeing like us build a future, you know, one of the first things I'm going to buy for you, I'm going to buy a book. Because I want to see if you're going to educate yourself. What's up? I'm going to buy a book for you. Let me see if you're going to educate yourself. Let me see if you're going to elevate. Because I need someone who's gonna educate and elevate with me. You feel me? If you ain't gonna read that book, it's gonna say a lot. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Hey, we could be the friend zone. You feel me? Hopefully one day, but you ain't gonna be my woman. You feel me? I need somebody. I need a go getter and a go giver. You know, like he's talking about. I need a go getter and a go giver. You feel me?
For the people who don't know what a go giver is, can you bust that down, please, brother Dad?
Man, a go giver is somebody who loves to give. You know, like. You know, they love to get that money and give it out. Not just money, give knowledge, give love. You know, I'm a go-giver. I give back.
So do you mean her giving that all back to you, or what you mean specifically?
Yeah, okay, yeah, a go. So when I mean like a go-giver for my woman is someone who gives me attention, but not just give me attention, gives herself attention. I need a woman that knows how to love herself. So a go-giver is, yes, treat me how you want to be treated. Because when a woman really loves herself, then she knows how to love you. Because she's like, I'm going to treat you how I want to be treated. You feel me?
That part.
What about the people around her, like her coworkers, colleagues, people she run into? What about giving to them? How you feel about that?
I feel like, yeah, that's a go-giver. A go-giver mentality. You're not like... A go-giver mentality is somebody who's not big on ego and pride. You feel me? They're doing it unconditionally. They're a go-giver. They know because what you get back is what you're going to receive, but they're not even thinking like that. That's why they receive so much in abundance because they're not doing that. They're really doing it from the bottom of their heart. They're a go-giver.
That's true.
That's
very true.
And that's one thing I do see about you. You're a giving person, you know.
That's like one thing. Like one thing I could say. Like, and I'm not even trying to toot my horn, but like I do give back, but it's just from love. It's just from just love. Yes. Like I don't want nothing back. Like this. Like for example, like this Christmas, I did something different, and I blessed all my guy friends with gifts this year. The reason why I did that was because when I was broke and I didn't have money and I didn't have shit, they always held me down. And I was like, you know what? This year I'm just going to do something different because 2020, Corona, all this stuff. I just blessed all of them. I'm like, what do you all want? And I didn't even care about the price range, and I just bought it for them.
That's tight.
It is tight.
Yeah. So I feel that, like, just giving back.
Looking forward on that energy coming back to you. That's what's up.
That's real. So let's talk about something. So when I watched one of your videos that I watched on YouTube and really stood out to me was your subject that you talked about, accountability.
Yes.
When you talked about it, you talked about different things, you know. And the one thing I did love that you talked about, that I felt like a lot of people need to hear about it, is about like for like a woman when they're like in the wrong, being accountable. You know, vice versa. You feel me? It's just like when I loved hearing they say that, because that's what a man be looking for in a woman. You know, a woman that's like admitted to. Because it be like so many times they do not admit when they're wrong. You feel me? They don't be accountable. They don't take that shit. Like, yo, you know you're wrong right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? But then you, just like your example, you said your ex or whoever was your fuck buddy, and you were like in the wrong. But he didn't get at you like that. He still kept it positive. You feel me? It wasn't until your friend Trey, shout out Trey, he told you that shit, and then you understood that perspective. So like, can you touch on? You talk to people about accountability.
So with me, I feel like I made a lot of mistakes in my life. Like even as friends, like me being somebody's friend, like a lot of my friends will tell me like, I didn't like it that you did that. And then I'll sit back on it, and even though if I didn't think at that moment I didn't do nothing wrong, I'll sit back on it, and then like I swear God will give me my karma, and then something would happen, and I'll go back to that person like, hey, yo, you know what? You're right. I apologize. Like I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? If it takes me maybe a couple of months, whatever. But one thing I learned in relationship wise is like I sit back and I'm thinking like, okay, what did I do wrong as a woman? And I will ask my ex, like, what could I have done? Because if I could improve that, I want to be like the best wife one day to my husband. You know what I'm saying? If I can be that. If I'm going to be a wife, whatever. But in just general. Right. Or just, like of myself. Because I'm not there yet. So I just like to take accountability because I want to be different. Like, I don't want to be like every other female. Like, that shit's whack to me. I just want to be like, I'm a different type of breed. You know what I'm saying? And us women, like, there's only certain women like us out here. And I want to be that certain type of woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, society.
Random. Dev, why did accountability from Fiji stick out to you so much?
It stuck out because, honestly, I didn't know that it was the passion I heard when she was talking about it. And just to hear somebody that can talk about their mistakes on the camera, and that was in like your few episodes in the beginning, so you was already talking like that. You feel me? That accountability wasn't like something recent. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
it was a while back, so you was already comfortable to talk about your mistakes and talk about you being wrong in front of the camera. So I'm like, wow, hats off to that, because a lot of people can't do that shit.
I do address everything that I have done in my past. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if I'm not proud of it, but I'm going to admit this is what I've done. You know what I'm saying? This is why I am the way I am now. What I have learned, because why would I lie? I feel like I'm too old for that.
And thank you for admitting, because there's people going through shit that you go through, and they love you. You're really helping a lot of people out. You don't know how big you are, Melissa. Like, I mean, almost shit.
It's okay. My real name is Melissa. It's all right.
Oh shit, my fault.
Like, who's Melissa? I am Melissa. That's my real name. Okay, don't quote me. I might be wrong, but me and you, we have our talks. Do you feel like accountability stuck out because you wish your ex probably took more accountability in your last relationship?
That was he, but to be honest with you,
No,
to be honest with you, no. Shout out to my ex too. I don't got no hard feelings for her. She's it's cool, but no, to be honest, I don't even think about my ex, so that ain't been popping into my head.
Okay, I was wrong, but I was just like, was that maybe a reason?
Oh no, I do love hearing that, 'cause I feel like that's the problem in a lot of relationships is accountability, not just in relationships in a female and a male. It could be two males. You feel me? Any relationships, business relationships. It's just like a lot of people are not accountable. You know, and the fact that you touched on that and you deep dived and you deep meet and you oh my God, let me get it together right now, y'all. I'm getting so excited. You feel me? This is me owning myself. When I get so excited, I be fumbling over my words and shit, y'all. Hold up. But y'all, I just love the passion and how she said it. You know, when you were talking about it, I seen the passion. I seen what you're talking about, and you talked about it in a different way. I didn't expect you to talk about accountability like that. You know?
Yeah, because you probably thought I was gonna talk about males.
Yeah, exactly. I did.
So for me, I'll say I'm like, Dev, I wish you had sent me that episode, because I did an episode on accountability not too long ago. I called it extreme accountability. I love accountability. You feel me? Now I'm not with beating yourself up, but accountable. You feel me? For surely, because you can't fix a problem you don't have.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if I don't do nothing wrong, like, I can't never get better.
That's true.
Right. And for me, I very seldomly hear women speak on accountability, especially women under 30. Especially women damn near under 35 type shit. Like, most of the time it's grown women, you know what I mean? So big salute to you. Do you have any, let's say it's a young lady out there, right? And she's seeing me and Dev's reaction to, you know, you speaking on accountability, and they're like, damn, like, I want to be more accountable. Like, do you have any like first steps you can give to the young ladies out there or older ladies out there who want to be more accountable?
I just feel like be real with yourself. Like, because to me, I feel like if you wouldn't like, if somebody did that to you, put yourself in that person's shoes. If you wouldn't like it, then why are you doing it to the next person?
Well, they should have known better.
Well, I mean, but at the end of the day, sometimes even if we don't know better, we still do things that we don't do, you know, that we're not supposed to. But also, besides accountability, I wanted to kind of backtrack.
What's up?
Even though we take accountability, sometimes, you know how people be like, oh, you know, having a conversation, but we need to comprehend what that person is saying. Because a lot of people can have a conversation with you, but not comprehend in their mind.
Our partner that was here earlier, we talked about this. He said, because we say communication is key, right?
Yes, but comprehension
is everything.
Because you could have
the
communication, but if you're not comprehending what I'm talking about, you're not going to respect what I'm saying. That conversation just out the window already.
Facts.
So that's something else.
Let's go. Big gym dropping. Let's get it.
Big gym dropping for real. Okay. Hey, dog. There's reason why I brought her on here. I knew you're.
Well, okay. So besides, you guys asked me about the man that I would want. What woman would you guys want? Like, what is your guys' ideal woman? What advice would you give women?
Yeah, I'm ready for that one. What advice would I give my woman?
Yeah, like how you guys, you know, asked me about what I want in a man. What would you want in a woman? And then how, what advice would you give women for accountability or just relationships or whatever? So, like, backtracking on your question.
Okay, that's a good question. So, for me, what I see, my ideal woman is, of course, like, ambitious. So I'm like you. I used to have a big ass list and all that, like a big list. But I really realized like that list don't mean shit. You feel me? Like I'm kind of like the same thing. Like I want the universe to align me up with that person because right now I'm building myself. So how could I want my superwoman if I'm not Superman yet? I'm still building. Huh? No, that's yeah, bro. It's okay. But with me, that's just like how me. I just don't like. I have it written down, but because with me, I feel like when I write it down, I think about it too much. It's like I want it too perfect.
I can't wait. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like I think about it too much because I used to really just fantasize over having my queen. I used to want it so much. So I feel like the fact that I don't want it so much, that one day just gonna fall in my lap. So I want somebody who's ambitious, you know, who's a go getter, a go giver. You know, I don't want nobody that's just like me. Cause I feel like nah, I'm cool. I already have me. I don't need somebody just like me. But I just want that balance. Basically, I want a woman who's gonna love me unconditionally, who's gonna motivate me like I motivate her. Let's have fun and nasty. It's just do our thing. You feel me?
He had to add that part though.
Yeah, honestly, I had to add that because of me want to be real. Because honestly, okay, we're grown here. Like, I'm a respectful person, but if you're gonna be my woman and I'm gonna be with you for life, I need you to be nasty. It is what it is. It's like if you're not, somebody else gonna come into my life.
Are you basic nasty though, or are you nasty?
Oh shit!
Like, there's a difference. That's a difference though.
Look, she had the trapping questions lined up. Well, I'm gonna ask him about relationships, and I'm gonna slip it in there.
There's a difference because if you're basic nasty, that's just normal. Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Whatever floats your boat.
Okay, so she just asking for the people out there, Dad, for the young lady that may or may not be listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, whoever that is, you got to find out. What the hell shit? The chef don't tell you what you put in the. But now I ain't gonna tell you how to whip up the plate. You gotta find out for yourself, whoever that is. But anyways, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this on another note though. But so my advice to a woman out there, let's rewind. You gotta rewind. Hold up. So my advice to my woman out there, or women out there that want to be more accountable. First of all, listen. I feel like it's big. Just listen. Listen to your man when he's talking.
Ooh.
Listen.
That's big thing.
Yeah, exactly. You got to listen, because sometimes y'all not even listening. Y'all act like y'all listening, but I know that you're not listening, because as soon as I'm done talking, you talking right back. You wasn't even motherfucking listening. You wasn't even listening.
No, okay, that's one thing I'm guilty of, is I need to shut up and listen to my man. I do not listen. That's one thing. Right, so that's one thing I'm trying to learn, is to listen to my man in the future, whoever that might be. God bless you. Just take time with me.
I got one for the ladies trying to be more accountable. What you can do is for show you listen, right? And then what you can do to show or help your listening skills is when your significant other finishes whatever they're trying to communicate, basically you say something along the lines of, okay, so if I understand what you're trying to tell me, you're saying that da-da-da-da-da. And whatever their point was, just run it back to them. Because, like, for me, if I'm trying to communicate with my lady, it's like I'm not communicating with you so you feel stupid. I'm communicating with you so you understand me.
Yes.
So if I tell you, like, hey, I want you to be, like, it's supposed to be red, blue, green. And you say, okay, if I understand, you say yellow, yellow, yellow. I'm not going to be like, God damn, you dumb as fuck. No, I'm about to be like, no, thank you for having this conversation. Now I know you didn't get me. So let's run it back. It's blue, red, green, or whatever it is. You feel me? Because if you don't communicate that, even if you did miss it, for a true man that's really trying to communicate and level you up, we gonna be thankful that you communicated that, so that way we can catch it right here, right now, before it's really like a big issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I will say, listen to your significant other, especially when it's something you don't want to hear. Like, as soon as you hear him, like, hey, I gotta talk to you, turn your motherfucking ears on, because normally you would turn them off in that moment. So turn them ears on and just soak it. And when they get done saying, run it back. Okay, baby, this is what it sounds like you saying. I'm hella loud, or I don't ever get up on time, or every time I make the food, like, I don't put the food away and it goes bad. That's what you're saying, right? You're going to be like, God damn, yeah, babe, that is what I'm saying. You're going to get a whole different reaction out that brother. Trust me. He ain't going to know what to do, because he's used to being in a position where he got to defend himself. But you hit him with that, he going to be like, damn, yeah, I am. Then boom, y'all could talk about a solution. Because the whole point of accountability is, let's figure out who's responsible for the problem so we can fix the problem and have a solution. Accountability is not to put you down, it's to pinpoint, right?
Yeah.
So that way we can get it going. So that's my advice. Just run it after you listen, run it back to him.
So I was supposed to be like, oh, we're going to wrap it up. But before I wrap it up, I got another question.
Yes.
Now I'm like, I got to talk about this before we end it. So I know that So I know I see you on IG and shit you talk about and all that. So I see that you're like a blunt person, blunt, and you can talk like sexual on IG. Just keep
all
it
the
100.
time.
But I know that people might misperceive that. So I know, let's talk about the shit you got to deal with, dudes getting at you. You feel me? Like, you talking about professional, you be trying to be professional, but since people see that, they probably be like, oh, she probably just gonna be someone I can hit real fast.
So one thing that I have learned, and it's a meme that goes around, is you can't sit up there and post half naked pictures and complain about men in your DM. You know how that goes?
That's right.
So like with me, people who've been following me for a long time already know not to come at me, because I'll cuss you the hell out. But for the newbies, I'm just going to ignore you. I'm not going to blast you. I'm not going to do too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to ignore you. But with me, when I'm saying things, it's not like I want it done to me. It's more like, hey, you got a man next to you? Suck your man D. That's what I be putting out there. It's not like, oh, I wish I had sex right now. I'm playing with my pussy. I'm, sorry, excuse my language, but that's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta deal with that BS. But I ignore it. Who cares? Like,
that's real. That's dope.
Like, who cares about that?
That's real. That's
because I'm grown. I have sex.
There you go.
Like,
own that shit.
Like, who don't have sex?
That's
like, let's
facts.
Okay.
That's real talk. Hey. Exactly.
Like,
Hey, yo, one thing I respect about you, Kia, is that you're yourself all the way and you don't care. Like, man, that's a lot of people don't do that though. A lot of people are not like that. The way you just really are yourself. So hey, my hat's off to you. You know I got a hat on right now. My hat's off to you. So wait, before we wrap up the show, before I ask you another question, you know, shout out to the women. So you know I appreciate my women. So you feel me? So I had to bring out a gift for you. So you know I got the
What's we got in the gift bag, Deb?
you know I got the I don't know if you're out
That
pink,
is
but I
so
got the
cute.
random pink hat. For you.
Random.
And you know she came to my music video and helped me out, you know, and I never like gave her nothing, so she get a shirt too. You get the mint green.
Hey, we got the mint green random tee
Okay,
with the
for
pink
everybody
dad hat.
on Kia's room, I need you to go support. Okay,
Hey.
And I got one
support.
more
Last
thing.
but not
And
least,
this is
what
the
we
game.
got coming
And
out?
This is the game for the man, you know. So with me, I don't give my woman flowers. I give her a plant. Why? Because flowers just die. What a plant? Plant is longevity. I'm showing you I'm here to stay and here to grow with you. So here you go.
This is so beautiful.
Hey, let's go.
Bro, you so clean with the plants, bro.
Man.
I was about to be like, you want to be my boyfriend? Because you know,
Fellas, it works just like that.
All right, so before we wrap it up, I have a question for you. So,
yes,
oh yeah, go ahead, yeah.
yes.
So I know you scrolling through your Instagram. I see you posted pictures with celebrities, things like that.
Yes.
So kind of two questions. One, for someone out there who might not be in tune with themselves and feel like they need to get to that celebrity status, what's your advice for people who want to get in those circles?
To be around celebrities.
To just kind of be around celebrities, like they're like, oh, if I could meet E40 or I know you pitching.
Well, depending what you want to do it for, though. Like, what's the reason why you want to meet them?
So let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say me and Dev, right? I don't care about celebrity. I don't think Dev does either. But let's just say we were into that, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, damn, we want to get on Wild on Gilly podcast.
Okay.
Like, how will we?
And you were talking about networking wise.
Yeah.
Oh, then just, I feel like always DM or go, when you see that person and just be like, hey, I go to a lot of events and I know a lot of people. So like social media is like the best thing ever for me because with social media is how I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah, bust it down for us.
My honest old days kind of helped me out because that's how I met a lot of the celebrities.
Okay.
Now that I'm not one, I still kind of got
Have that network?
Yes, but I met a lot of like, I guess, connections through social media.
Okay.
So that's kind of how I meet a lot of my celebrities. I'm going to keep
Okay.
it real. But it's not like other than that. I mean,
Okay.
just social media is the best thing right now.
So what about for me and Dev who can't, kind of hoe up a network real quick? No shade. No shade.
It's no shade because it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So we can't, or we could, but you feel me? Like, that's not my lane. I ain't going to speak for you, bro. She got to be nasty. You might be needing. But you feel me? We can.
I say social media. Social media is the best way. Hashtagging, tagging the person, having your friends support you, knowing somebody that knows that person.
So just staying persistent.
Yes, just staying persistent and making sure because like I said, social media is the best target for you guys.
Okay, bet. So thank you for answering that one. My second one is, what is it like hanging out with celebrities and like that behind the scenes?
Okay.
You feel me? Because I got my own thoughts on it, but I want to hear from someone who's been there, done that.
Honestly, it's whatever.
It's like the same shit, ain't it?
I mean, okay.
For all our
what do
viewers
you
out there
mean,
who
like,
might be wondering, let us know, Feezy.
Like it's whatever. It's the same thing. I'd rather hang. It's whatever. It's not that like okay, it is lavish, but it's
because
whatever.
to the people out there listening to you, they're like, easy for you to say. You was hanging out with all these people, right?
But it wasn't like I was hanging out with them. I just took a picture with half of them. That's it.
Okay.
There's been only a couple of people where I've been behind. Okay, like for example, I hung out with okay, my homie is Trey Songz's brother.
Mm-hmm.
And the last concert I went to was the Dave East one in Bay Area. That was the first time ever I was behind the scenes, green room, whatever you want to call it. Dopest experience ever. I was on stage with Nas.
That sounds tight.
All of them. You know what I'm saying?
Tight, actually,
and
yeah.
I'm not going to lie, like that was the dopest experience ever. But how I met him was social media. Like, no lie. And he's like the coolest person ever.
So walk us through from the social media start to ending up backstage. What did that?
So like I met him in person a couple of times. We hung out. We have never done anything sexual, or else I would not have been telling this story. I'm just keeping it real, But just being yourself, just being who you are. Because I'm not gonna lie, he even said to himself, he was like, "You're like the first woman that because he's from Virginia, so he was like, you're the first woman in Cali that I met." like, you know, and you turned out to be dope as fuck. And he was like, you're still dope. And he's like, you know, so that's how we became friends. Honestly, like, that's true.
Just keeping it real.
Just me being me. Really, honestly, that's just how it really turned out.
Dev, does it sound like something we've been preaching on right there? I think, you know, he going to say it at the end of this. Oh,
sorry, not to interrupt.
No,
he's the person who did my intro. So that one where it says, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Keyamona. Welcome to Kia's Room. He did that for free. He don't got to, but that's him. So it's like, that's one who did my beat.
Boom, that's pudding right there, y'all. For those who don't know what we mean by pudding, is that's proving the pudding, right? That expression, you got results. That's pudding. So that's pudding of her being herself. Boom. So you feel me?
Shouts out to him, by the way.
Shout out to you.
Because you dope as hell. So yeah, shouts out to AWOL.
Yeah. So for all those people out there who are trying to aspire and hit these goals or whatever it is, you're going to get there by being yourself, family. I mean, you listen to the woman herself. That's something me and Deb been saying, and we not celebrities or really know any. Or I don't know about you, Deb. I know I don't. You feel me? But we saying the same thing. So maybe it's valid. Maybe it ain't. It's up to you.
That's real. So we on the last question. My last little random question. So my question to you, Keyamona, is if you could talk to anybody, Dad, it can be celebrity or anybody like your family, what conversation would you have with them, and what's the reason why you would have that conversation?
Well, I'm thankful that nobody like really close to me has passed away. My mom's mom, she did pass away, but I really don't semi-remember her like that. I do like love her to death, though, don't get me wrong. But the person that I would want to call would be Nipsey.
Dope. RP Nipsey. I love Nipsey.
The reason why is because how, like I said, my life is going right now. Yeah. I would just love to have a sit-down talk with him. And I am manifesting to meet his brother Samuel one day. But I just love just their story. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want to be the first female in Modesto, California. That's because I get it. What is it? Lucas, whatever his name is, the one that did Star Wars. He made it out of California, whatever, Modesto, California, but he hasn't gave back. I just want to be the first woman to just do that for my city. So, like, I know Nipsey had to earn that with LA and stuff like that. I just want to do that with Modesto. That's just me, though. People might laugh, but I don't care. But I want to give back because that's where my nieces and nephews are at. So I would love to talk to Nipsey.
Yeah, that's dope. Did y'all hear? So wait, hold up. Today was another fire podcast. So, Kia, do you have anything you want to say to the people? You know, talk to the people. I know you got a platform, so you already talk to people, but talk to the people one more time before you
I kind of want to mention something that backtracks on a future, like my husband. And I know that's going to be my ending call, but because I kind of just want people to understand and hear what I'm going to say, because I feel like it's going to be a great message. I want my husband to be with me if I can't walk no more and he needs to wheelchair me around, or if I can't wipe my ass no more, he could wipe my ass. The reason why I say that is because a lot of people settle with their partner and they're not sure when people get in that involvement, people are not going to stick around. And it's just true. So I want to give people advice of not settling. Make sure whoever you settle down with, let that person be the best person for you in your darkest times. Because a lot of people will run away from you in your darkest times. You know what I'm saying? Just stay true to yourself. If you believe in God, keep God first. Universe, manifesting things, work hard, and just like he says, love yourself. For real. So,
hey, what's up, Jay? Let's close it out. What you got to say to people, man?
Man, we ready for that slogan, man. Run it.
Hey, so you already know the slogan. I love you, but you need to love yourself, man. And what I keep saying, it's all about growth. So stay evolving, fam. Yeah, let's go. Hey, random. That was fire.
That was heat. Okay, Fiji.
Yeah.